thought I saw you come in.
I need an IV liter of normal saline and an amp of D50 stat.
I'm sorry, you're gonna have to take 2 aspirin and call me in the morning.
Oh, come on, do me a favor, please. I was out till 2 a.m. last night. Don't ask. But even I need more than 4 hours sleep to survive a meeting with that sleazeball at 7:30. Bert Peters.
Oh, he's the one that liposuctioned that guy to death.
Yeah, he's my new department head now.
Wow.
I need to keep from snoring during one of his boring monologues. So come on, what's the big deal? Saline keeps me hydrated, glucose restores that irrepressible smile, and then I'll be out of your hair.
Let me take care of these people first. We're a little short-handed.
I knew you'd come through.
Don't push it. I feel like an enabler.
Physical therapy, 5 West. Physical therapy, 5 West.
Ma'am, I'm Dr. Hanlon. I see you're having trouble breathing. Will you try to relax? Dr. Wiltz will be here in a minute. Mrs. Vong, can I take a look at that mark on your neck? It'll only take a second. This needs to be biopsied.
What it is?
I just want to do some tests, take a closer look.
Thank you.
Well, Mrs.
Much
Vong...
better. I'm much better.
Hi, I'm Dr. Wilkes.
Here's her chart.
Let's see. Coughing, shortness of breath. 2 months is a long time. Have you seen your family doctor?
And Keith, Mrs. Vong has a lesion on her neck that I think we better check out.
Okay, we'll have a look at everything since you're here. We'll one-stop shopping.
Dr. Wilkes, we need you. 22-year-old male, Jason Kearns.
Jeremy, I need your help here.
Patient collapsed outside an after-hours club. He's spiking a fever of 105.
Okay, let's start another IV. Give me a Chem 7. Put him in trauma 1. Let's go, folks.
Okay, on 3. 1, 2, 3.
Right. I need a chest X-ray, blood culture, urine culture, CBC, and a tox screen.
All right. X-ray coming up.
Let's get a crash cart in here. His cardiac rhythm's irregular.
He's got splinter hemorrhages under his nails, palmar nodules. His color's really bad. It could be septic emboli.
Who came in with him?
Girl call. We never saw her.
Heart failure. 40 milligrams Lasix. We need to get the fluid out of his lungs. Suction. Thank you.
Suction.
Let's start him on benazepril. Let's bring up the O2 to 15.
What have we got?
Looks like bacterial endocarditis.
Get a sed rate. 1 gram methicillin.
He's arresting.
Okay, bag it.
Got it.
Oh, come on. Come on.
Nothing yet. Got it, pulse is back.
Get him down to CT.
Let's go. Right. Keep at it.
Got it.
Where's Mrs. Vong? No phone number. Well, this isn't good. From what I saw, she has cancer.
Hey.
How you feeling?
Oh, okay, Gina. Pretty good. You know, the worst part about all this is the boredom. All I can do for a while is see office patients.
Yeah.
Hey, so what's that? A journal article?
No, better. Winston Pathology set up a Chicago website. There's a section on bench research and new procedures. I wrote up my work on hyperpolarizing xenon 129.
Really? Then what, starting a nuclear power plant?
No, it's a gas to make brain scans more effective. They want the foremost specialists in their field to contribute. I was flattered.
That
Gina.
Hey, would you, take a look at this?
Was this for the website? No, would you take a look at my paper on stroke patients?
Yeah.
So I'm getting ready to deliver anticoagulants directly into the cerebral vessels.
I presume I'll be assisting?
If you're there, it's all about being quick enough.
I'll be at your beck and call then.
Really? Well, I should have thought of this a long time ago. Jack, why don't you come in later? I'll take a look at the eye.
Yeah, the sooner I get rid of this eye patch, the better.
Yeah, I think it looks dashing.
Yes, just like Captain Hook, big international sex symbol.
All right, leave before I can think up a snappy comeback. So, Gina, who else is in on this internet thing?
Francesca's describing pediatric arterial switch. Philip wants to write about live donor transplants. Thank you. I can tell Winston if there's an article you want to do.
Oh, no thanks. I'm pretty much booked up at the moment.
Oh. Okay. I'll see you later.
Yeah.
There's a station.
Foremost specialists in their fields.
So good of you to join us.
Bert, Saul, Eric.
Jeremy?
Sorry I'm so late. I lost a patient. Oh, no, I mean, literally. She just left. Sorry. Go on. I'll catch up.
Well, actually, we were waiting for you. You're a large part of the subject of this meeting.
Should I be flattered?
I think you should sit down.
Saul? We've been looking at the billing hours charged by each member of this department for elective surgery.
It makes sense that we reserve OR time in advance for the surgeons who have the greatest need.
The ones who make the most money?
Well, we needn't put it that way.
We should. I do a lot of reconstructive work pro bono. If I don't bill, you figure I don't use the OR very much.
We'd like to suggest that you log in those charitable hours at county.
And I'd like to suggest that that's a really lousy idea. Is everybody going along with this?
It's logical. You'll still be serving your patients. Nobody suffers.
Lots of people suffer. County doesn't have the resources that we have here. I have patients
We
that...
can go to county.
You'd like me to stab my patients in the back so that you can schedule more boob jobs?
I don't think paranoia is appropriate.
I'm not being paranoid. And you know that. I'll fight this.
You have acute bacterial endocarditis. It's a serious staph infection that affects the heart. You were in heart failure.
What? Why?
Well, did you know you have a prolapsed mitral valve? It causes a heart murmur, and that left you open to bacteria growing on your heart valve. Did you notice any symptoms of fatigue, fever, disorientation?
I thought I had the flu. Why did I get this?
Well, staph enters through breaks in the skin and then migrates to weak areas like your prolapsed valve. Did you have any dental work recently? Did you take antibiotics when you got your piercings?
No, I never even heard of that. Wait. They're not gonna have to come out, are they? All my hoops and stuff.
Well, you're still spiking a fever. I'd take out everything right away.
Well, I can't.
May I ask why?
No.
Come in!
Dr. Hanlon, I'm Jackie Vang. My mother was here this morning.
Your mother? Oh, Mrs. Vang. Sure, come in. Sit down, please.
She tells me you saw something on her neck and that you want to cut it out.
That's right.
Why do you have to operate?
May I be direct with you?
Uh-huh.
The lesion on your mother's neck looks to me like advanced nodular melanoma. That's a serious invasive skin cancer. And the fact that your mother's cough has been hanging on for so long, it's just not an encouraging sign.
My father's been treating that. The breathing.
He's a physician?
He's a Zinong, a Hmong shaman. My family are refugees from Laos. I'm surprised my mother even came here. My father says if you set foot in a place like this hospital, you never get out alive.
Do you believe that?
No. We don't cut people open. It's a violation of the soul.
But you came to see me anyway.
My parents think I'm all American, but I'm torn in half. The Hmong half says, oh, let your father handle it, but my mother keeps getting sick.
So your American half came in to see me and brought your Hmong half with it. Will you ask your mother to come back and see me?
You have to talk to my father.
Whatever it takes.
I'll tell him you said that.
Dr. Favors.
Hey, Keith.
Hey.
Did you hear about this website thing?
Oh, yeah, I helped design the interface. Actually, Raymond called the shots.
Raymond got asked to write an article, right?
Yep, for the Future Doctor site.
I guess he is one of the foremost experts in his field.
What, I'm playing doctor? Absolutely.
Mei Ying Bong, patient, 6 a.m. this morning. Do you have a chart on her?
Coming right up.
Thanks. Hey, Philip, you got a minute?
Sure. Can I buy a free cup of coffee?
I got ambushed at the plastics meeting this morning. Peters wants to take away my pro bono privileges in the OR. Can he get away with that?
Well, department heads are in charge of scheduling. I'd stay low. Let me get into it.
So I want to talk to you about something else, too.
Yeah.
I had this interesting patient coming in. You're in Vietnam. You ever hear of the Hmong?
Oh, yeah. They're a hill tribe. They fought on our side in Laos, and then they had to flee when we pulled out. They've had a very hard time adjusting here.
I can tell. Any advice?
Oh, the patient is an older person. He's a refugee.
Yeah.
It'll be tough. They have their own medicine, and they trust it. Say, for them, illness is caused by what they call Das. Bad spirits who steal the soul. Now, you must have run into this kind of thing when you worked with Doctors Without Borders.
I worked in Rio. Big city, whole different set of problems.
All right. Rules of the road. The oldest man in the family makes the decision about treatment, no matter who the patient is, so you direct your comments to him. And try to go at their pace. They don't think about the body the way we do. And, one more thing. I know you're not going to want to hear this, but try to look like a professional. It matters a great deal to the Hmong. In fact, not just to the Hmong, to most people.
I knew you'd try to get that one in.
Dress appropriately.
Hello, come in. Sit down, please. Jackie, is everyone okay? Are your parents comfortable?
This is good. Very nice.
Oh, Mr. Vong, I'm sorry. I didn't know you spoke English.
Oh, yes.
Jackie told me that she explained to you why I want Mrs. Vong to come back to the hospital. Do you have any questions?
How come you're so young?
Well, I always wanted to be a doctor. So I was in a program that combined my college studies with my medical studies.
And your husband?
Don't have one.
Your mother and father never found you a man?
No, they sure didn't.
How much blood do you take?
We have to do blood tests. A very small amount. In surgery, if your wife needs it, we'll give her more blood.
Is this good blood? Free of dot?
Father, I explained this to you.
We test all the blood. Make sure it's free of any bad things.
Why can't you give my wife medicine? Let her go home.
If the mark on her neck is cancer, I have to cut it out. It's the only thing strong enough to stop it.
You are a lady doctor for a lady sick person. This is a good thing. I keep trying to heal her. She keeps getting worse. Maybe we'll try it your way next. Thank you.
Jackie, could you stop outside and make an appointment? Tell Mary to squeeze you in tomorrow.
Okay.
Thank you.
You're a pretty girl. Maybe you're a pretty good doctor.
Thank you.
Philip, it's Jack. I got something I think you ought to see.
Well, this infection just doesn't want to quit. I'm going to be switching your antibiotic. How do you feel? Jason.
When did he stroke out?
Just happened. Nurse checked on him a half hour ago. Said he was fine.
Can you do the cerebral angiogram?
Maybe. Jason, I want you to hold your arms up for me if you can, okay? We're in that window of time before there's any swelling. I want to get a non-contrast head CT, and if there's no hemorrhaging, then we're in business. Jason, close your eyes and keep them closed tight for me if you can, okay? All right, we're going to have to find the clot that's blocking your motor responses, but in order to do that, we got to get in there now, or it's going to be too late for the procedure to work, okay? This jewelry's going to have to come out for the angiogram.
I'm sorry, but it's the only way we can get a clear picture. It'll be all right.
Okay, let's get that CT. Systolic pressure.
Blood pressure 100/70.
Let's add the dye.
Right where we thought. Left mid-cerebral artery.
It's pretty badly occluded. Okay, let's add the TPA slowly. The TPA isn't dense enough for us to see, so we'll add some more dye in a minute to make sure the clot is gone. Why don't we do that now?
Look at that. It's all clear?
Pretty neat little track, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah. Dr. Hanlon? Hi. I was hoping that you'd stop by. I think that went really well today, don't you?
They like you.
I was worried. I thought if I answer wrong, she's gone. Can I help you prepare your mother for surgery tomorrow? We can go over it, find a way to explain it so that she feels safe in the morning.
You don't have to do that.
I want to.
She isn't coming. He said no.
Your father?
My grandfather.
The oldest man in the room will make the decision. I feel like such an idiot. I never even looked at him.
It isn't that. In this country, is used to nobody seeing him. He says if you open up my mother's body, her soul never come back. He says even if you could stop that from happening, you're too young and too pretty not to be married. Maybe that means you attract bad luck.
I don't even know where to start to argue with that one.
What do you think?
Well, we got to him so fast, he may have no after effects at all. At worst, he may suffer a little residual weakness.
Yeah, but he's still so full of staph. I mean, if the vancomycin doesn't work, there's nothing else.
If it doesn't work, I'll come and step on the bugs myself. Kid's gonna be fine.
I hope so.
What does this mean?
Just what it says. I plan to broadcast cosmetic procedures over the web, live, as they happen. Oh, calm down. There are already a couple of sites like this. People find them tremendously empowering.
This is a travesty.
No, you're operating on an outmoded, low-tech model of healing, and I'm educating the already sophisticated consumer.
Consumer?
Patient, whatever. People like to know what they're paying for.
How much are you charging?
Well, there's a substantial discount if they agree to the webcast. It's a good deal. You know, I could fill these operating rooms 24 hours a day. And you think this will harm our reputation? Think again. People come to a place they trust to be treated by names they know.
No, wait. Now, you say you could fill the OR 24 hours a day. Is this why you want to keep Hanlon's pro bono patients out?
Come on, Philip, you know they belong at County Hospital.
I've known you for 20 years, Bert. You used to be a real doctor. Why do you think now it's all about money?
Because that's what it's about, Philip.
Asian female, Mei Ying Bong, 48 years old. She had a syncopal episode. We got her breathing, but it's touch and go.
All right, let's put it in 3.
She was gasping and then she stopped breathing.
All right, I want a chest X-ray, EKG, CBC, routine blood work.
Is Dr. Hanlon upstairs?
Somebody page Dr. Hanlon. All right, let's move on 3.
How's she doing?
We don't know. She was choking and we're so afraid.
She's breathing now, but her lungs are badly congested. She's got to stay here.
I don't want her to die in this place.
Mr. Vong? Mr. Vong, listen to me, please. Your wife is very sick. Now, whatever is causing it is much more powerful than you right now. Let us help you fight it. Please?
Father, she's suffering.
You have to let me work with you here. Otherwise, I'll take her home where she can be with the people who love her.
I will. I promise.
Hey, you. It's a beautiful day. The night nurse said you started moving your arm.
Yeah.
Dr. Shet performed a little miracle on you, I think. Your temperature's going down. What's wrong?
He took them out. My hoops and posts.
Yeah, we had to. Look, they're tucked away with all of your other things. You can put them back in later on. Why are you here alone? Where are your parents?
They're dead.
I'm so sorry.
They protected me.
That's what parents do.
I meant my hoops and posts.
And what does that do?
Spirit string to protect her. The soul won't wander so far when you make her sleep.
Hi.
Oh, great, you're here. This is Dr. Steve Damron. This is the Vong family.
Hello.
And our patient, Mrs. Vong.
How do you do?
Hello. Dr. Damron is a surgical oncologist. He'll be with me in the operating room.
Why?
We took a chest CT when you came in last night. Your trouble breathing comes from a mass in the lungs. The melanoma may have spread there. If so, we'll take it out.
My wife came in with one thing and now you say she's worse. You said you were going to take care of her. Now you say you can't. This is no good.
He wants to take her
There's
home.
no more to be done.
Steve, can you wait outside just a minute?
Wait. Just tell me what you want me to do. Chance.
This is not for you to decide.
Stop.
You tell her.
People who lose pieces of themselves leave holes for the dark to get in. They're always in mortal danger. After they die, they can't be born into new bodies in the next life. Such souls are very angry.
Is it the exploratory surgery? What Dr. Damron just said that you won't allow?
You can't take pieces from inside her.
But you said that I could remove the primary lesion. Why?
If you remove the cancer mark, the Da may see no way in. If you cut more, there is no hope.
So you want me to help you fool the Da?
maybe they will send her soul home.
Then that is what we'll do.
I called Stu Brickman about that repugnant live surgery website. You know there's no law against it?
There has to be.
And not if the patients give their permission. All the board can see is more income flowing our way.
Philip, I got a lot of questions about that website.
It's not even our site. It just looks like it is. It can be reached through our site like 100 other things. Why is Geiger in Israel when I need him?
Because he's always here when you don't.
Apocalypse Now?
Yeah, people coming to a hospital. What a mess. On the net, no one can hear you scream. Excuse me. My 8-year-old son showed me your website. Tell me, how can I keep him off it?
Well, they got filters you can install.
Filters you can install? Wait, hold. So you're saying that this is pornography, right? This is excessive violence. Help me out here, Bert.
Look, this is between you and your child, all right? Look, I can't tolerate this. What? What is the noise here?
The gong gives me goosebumps. You know, I heard evil spirits can't tolerate it.
How's Mrs. Vaughn?
We're gonna operate soon.
Good. Could you walk with me? I got a question about a burn case.
Excuse me. You got a minute?
Catch up with you.
I thought we had an understanding that patients like this would be going to county from now on.
You thought that? I'll just stop being so subtle with my feelings.
Let me ask you a question. Patients come here expecting optimum care. Now, how do you think they feel witnessing a display like this?
Maybe they feel like we give a damn about human life.
Now, listen, I'm not going to let you turn this institution into a welfare crash pad.
Besides the fact that I'm not, how do you plan on stopping me?
I know a few things.
Such as?
Think about it.
You should have.
Is this your floor? Jason, it's Dr. Shutt. How are you doing? Cold. Nurse, will you page Dr. Alberghetti? Please tell her that Jason's fever is spiking.
Mrs. Bong's results should be back. Linda, call the lab and see if we got it all.
Right away.
Could you retract a little more? Margins are clear.
Great. Wish I could remove a part of her lung. I could at least buy her some time.
Nope. We're doing what we agreed to do.
All right. I just don't get it.
Because they didn't sign a consent form. I made a deal. I gave them my word. We're not cutting anything that I can't paste back together. Okay. Let's close her up.
Okay, let's do a count.
Mi hai te, mi hai te, mi hai te. Horsing, horsing. Letter A, letter A. Kilua an, kilua an. Kilua an, kilua an. Kilua an, kilua.
Well, she's got maybe 6 months.
Yeah, well, you know what? Sometimes you have to look inside and see a soul, not just a body.
Tell that to the melanoma. Hey, I'm sorry. You want me to tell the family?
No, I'll do it. Just give me 5 minutes.
Yeah, well, you know what the name of the game is. It's branding. Whatever the product is. Stick a sponge here, will you?
32.6.
Rita, would you get that?
All right.
Yeah. Skipper, where you been? I've been waiting an hour. Listen, I want you to sell SpriteCom now. It's gonna tank. No more internet stocks. Now, damn it, I said dump it. No, I'm not a guy with a bad attitude. I'm a guy who got sucked into a piece of crap IPO. Now, I want you to dump it, sell it right now. Over and out. Give me some gloves.
Come in.
Got a minute?
Yeah, why don't you keep you company? Didn't go too well, did it?
Metastatic melanoma. We can slow it down, but nothing can save her if it's gone this far.
Well, all you can do is your best. You're not the one who decides who lives or dies, you know that?
That's what I thought when I was in Rio. Then I come here, everything about me is wrong. I'm not shallow enough to play ball with Peters. And I'm not deep enough to prove I don't have to.
Well, you've had a hard day.
I saw him talking about his stock portfolio on the phone. In the OR, can you believe it?
Peters was talking about his stock investments in the OR during a surgical procedure?
Talk about multitasking. After Mrs. Vong understands what comes next, I'm going to be handing in my resignation.
What did you say? What? You're gonna walk out because you don't like Bert Peters? I'm surprised at you. I thought underneath all those silly clothes was a fine doctor with important work to do.
Don't turn this around on me. I just can't stand it anymore.
Stand what? That some pompous humbug said boo to you? Well, if that's how you react under pressure, maybe you should resign.
There's more we can do. I'll set up a schedule for chemotherapy or immunotherapy. It will slow the cancer down.
I know about chemotherapy. Hair falls out, food tastes bad. It makes you very sick.
Only temporarily.
Cancer is only temporary too. Mei Ying won't like this.
But you'll ask her.
We will, but my father's right. She won't want it.
If she doesn't do this...
She'll die? We don't know when anybody will die. But if you make her sicker and drive her soul further away, what is she left with?
Jason, you look great.
I feel great.
Well, you should. Everything's back to normal. Your temperature, all your tests.
All right. You know, it's not even weak.
Well, let me check your test.
All right.
It's, I want to do an echocardiogram, but, it sounds... I mean, you still have a murmur, you still need to take antibiotics, but your blood culture isn't back to normal. I guess that vancomycin finally worked, huh?
Just in the middle of the night. I don't know, it's just like it all took off and left me alone, you know? Like...
What's this?
Nothing.
Yeah. Jeremy, I was glad to hear you decided to transfer that patient of yours.
She's not leaving to go to county. She's going home because that's what she wants to do.
You're not going to be reasonable about this, are you? Look, I didn't want to get down in the dirt with this, but I do know a few things about you.
You said that. What are you talking about?
Your drug addiction.
My what? I don't even like to take aspirin.
Well, don't try and fool me. I know you came in and you asked your friend Wilkes to shoot you up more than once.
So you think what? That I'm a junkie and he's a pusher? Keith will love this. Yeah, I'm an addict. I'm addicted to sugar. I stay up late, and then I get so hypoglycemic that I'm afraid that I'm going to crash during one of your long, stupid, boring meetings that we have all the time. So every once in a while, he'll set me up with an IV saline and a lot of glucose.
Well, I'm sure there's a violation here somewhere.
I'm sure you're right. And I'm sure that Philip will give me hell for it. But let me ask you something, Bert. If you thought that I was an addict, and you didn't tell anybody, but just waited to use that information against me, what does that say about you?
Philip, look, I'm really not in the mood to hear about the website, all right?
Hello, Philip. Hello, Bert. Would you like to sit down? Don't mind if I do. Mrs. Conklin, the district attorney's wife. A patient of yours?
It's a lovely woman.
Oh, yes. What if she were to learn that you were talking about your stocks on a cell phone during her surgery?
Where are you getting this?
Well, you were in the OR with the observers gallery.
You gonna tell her?
No. Especially if that website goes away.
You finished?
Oh, yeah. Almost. You won't be needing the time in the OR that you took away from Jeremy Hanlon now, will you? I mean, without the website patients and all.
Please leave.
Environment perceptions are as important as facts, and being on
What?
the side of public perception is a serious business blunder. Case in point. Rumors last September had the nation's
How are you feeling, Mrs. Vong? Very good. Everything looks good on paper. Let me take a look at you.
When we get home, I will call her soul back to us so she will get well and not die.
The soul can come back?
It's my job to call it back. Sometimes, when you get help from the right friends, the doll just cannot stand up to us anymore.
Thank you.
He went deathly pale. You would have enjoyed it.
I got to take a swipe at Bert myself. Almost makes you feel sorry for him.
You don't mean that.
No, I don't. I'm still leaving. When you said that I should resign, you were right. I don't want to do cosmetic surgery anymore. So if I have to go to county, so be it. Bert's got a point.
Not as far as I'm concerned.
Don't be unrealistic. This hospital gets to stay private and independent because of guys like Bert Peters, not in spite of them.
That shouldn't mean I lose a good doctor. You had to make a painful choice with Mrs. Vong.
Choice? I had no choice.
Yes, you did. And you chose right. You kept her soul alive. Look, maybe we need a cosmetic surgery department to keep this hospital afloat. But must we destroy everything we stand for in the process?
I don't know how to stay. The department.
Change departments.
Nobody does that.
You can. When you were in Doctors Without Borders, what did you do? Stick to your specialty?
No, I did what needed to be done.
General surgery. Dr. Lou Holtzman is looking for someone good.
You're serious?
Yes, I am.
Well, I have to think about it.
Meaning yes.
Meaning yes.
I knew that.
Get candid relationship advice from an expert. Stay tuned for the new daytime series, The Dr. Joy Brown Show. Coming up next on Discovery Health Channel. Real life, medicine, miracles.